Firefighters on the Eastern Shore are preparing for another possible fire that will have arson associated with it.
It's becoming all too common in Accomack County. Only 10 on your side was at the Old Mallard restaurant on Bayside Road last night. 6 volunteer fire stations showed up to find flames enveloping a piece of history. The only reporter on the scene, Andy Fox, is here to show us the effects of a long night on the shore.
Tom and Nicole, photographer Aaron Kurtz and I were the only news crew on the Eastern Shore last night. Tonight, we take you along for the ride and show you how we ended up at arson number 67. 6:30 Wednesday night, Virginia State Police in full force at the Eastern Shore Community College in Melfa. A briefing on the arson investigation. 8 p.m. near Bethel Church and Turkey Run roads. A tip on a suspicious person at a farmhouse. Turns out to be nothing. Law enforcement units leave the area. 9:45 p.m. a source calls scanner traffic, reports another fire at the Whispering Pines Motel. The arsonist burned the dilapidated motel the night before.
And somebody driving past saw it and called in that another part of the building was on fire.
Tasley Fire Chief Jeff Bell arrives, determines it is a rekindled fire. Bell spent 10 hours at the motel Tuesday into Wednesday, and now he's back.
There's such heavy timbers in this building, and everything has fallen into the basement, and you can't put enough water on it to get it completely out.
The night is just beginning. 11:19, a call comes in, structure fire. The Old Mallard restaurant outside in Hancock. It's raging, it's hot. It's another long night for volunteer firefighters. Look at the flames, you know the problem. A lot of wind whipping up what's going on here. Investigators checking this out as arson number 67 on the Eastern Shore. What we know about this structure, it was unoccupied, owned by the bank, no one inside. Similar to the 66 fires before it, everyone knows this is arson 67. The former property owner, Johnny Morrison. But you never saw anyone go in there? You never saw a suspicious vehicle, anything like that?
No, this guy's hard to find.
The structure is empty, but 2 months ago, Sean Riley lived upstairs.
And I heard something that sounded like 2 gunshots, and I popped out of bed, and the whole thing was engulfed, and I called 911.
Midnight, we find Battalion Chief Charles Pruitt, who we also saw earlier at the Whispering Pines Motel. You said I'd see you again.
Yeah, well, chances are we're going to go out every night, you know. We'll be here for a while.
The scene won't clear for another 7 hours, another sleepless night in Accomack County. No one knows how much the war against arson is costing. The state police have taken over the investigation. As we reported at 5, the volunteer firefighters taking on the unseen enemy have done an amazing job, and the sacrifice they have made with family, job, and finances is absolutely stunning. We are told there has been no letter or note or any communication from those responsible for the arsons. And scanner traffic on the Eastern Shore in Accomack County, 215 people listening to scanner. Same time in Virginia Beach, you know, with a city of over 400,000, 13.
Yeah.
That shows you everyone on the shore, scanner on, listening for the next fire.
Very engaged, especially on social media, too.
That's
they
right.
are constantly posting on Facebook.
A lot of nervous people on the Eastern Shore. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.